Hi everyone, it's been a while since I released a Hag video. I'm going to make this one mostly about Hag gameplay and some of the decisions I made as this killer. This was a little bit unusual because I missed a really vital teleport down because I screwed up with the key bindings for my teleport key. I forgot that I had it set to an older key binding on this computer instead of the scroll wheel that I always use now. Anyway, as you could see from the offering screen, they set the map to preschool, which is an amazing map for Hag. Other killers probably have trouble with this, even Nurse to a certain extent. I remember having such a hard time blinking through the school as Nurse, in fact, so I kind of don't like this as Nurse either. But this is a map that this killer really shines on. 80% of the time, I would say that your spawn point is a really good spot to put a trap, especially if there's like a pallet or a window nearby. These are all crossroad traps. They give the survivors the means to get into the building. This is a really important crossroad trap I just set there that is one of the few entryways into the fences that allow a survivor to get into the school building. And that last trap is very similar in that regard. I set my first 5 traps and immediately go looking for some survivors to down. So as you can see, I set those traps while I'm patrolling. So I do like a normal killer patrol to the other side of the map. And I just happen to set a couple traps along the way. Right there, she should have been dead, but I didn't realize that my teleport key was M4. I realized what key it was and I was able to, like, figure out which one it was. But I was teleporting too late. You know, I want to say that this palette is never here when I play Survive with Friends. Because I was antsy, I decided to swing at her when I knew I shouldn't have because of Dead Hard. So yeah, your controls are really important. What I recommend for Hag players on PC is to set your teleport key to mouse scroll wheel. This is by far the easiest one because you can just keep scrolling it, and as soon as a trap goes off, you can teleport to it instantly because you're already prepared for it and you're already spamming your key binding for it. Scroll wheel is the most easy to spam for obvious reasons. The reason why I checked this generator was because I knew it had a lot of progress on it, and I knew that they'd be interested in getting this done. I set that trap there because it's a crossroad trap into that house, and it also covers the generator. I was checking on this generator, and I was surprised that no one was on it. I probably should not have been surprised, because the traps were there and they would have gone off if there was someone there. I decided to follow that Nea because I figured I could, like, at least force her to go to those traps in the back of the house. Luckily, the Claudette was there doing absolutely nothing, so I knew I could keep 2 people busy. She makes a really greedy play here. If she actually had dropped the pallet, I probably could have gotten her with the window trap, but then again, she might have just could have ran to the shack, and then I would have had absolutely nothing. And this is where Hag snowballs start. It always starts with your first hook, no matter how progressed the game is. You'll notice that trap by the hook is not directly below the hook. The reason being is it's pretty easy to crouch up to the hook, unhook, and then have two people crouch away from that trap, and then start running before you even get there. That's why I put them a little bit further away. Plus, she has a flashlight, so she would be checking for hook traps. Always spread the damage. Like, try to keep the entire team injured if you can. It makes your life a lot easier. She just kept messing up this pallet. And I realized Claudia kept running and triggered the trap, so naturally I did not pick up the nail right away. That was a huge error on this Fang's part. There was no reason to commit to the gen here. The fence trap then goes off in a little while. Not right now. Getting ahead of myself. I realized that there was no hook actually, so I just put her down, and it's a good way to bait people to run into your traps, because as soon as they see that the killer picks up the person, they're like, oh, it's safe, I can run around. So all that worked out perfectly. Fortunately, the guy that I threw back on the ground DC'd, so I didn't even have to worry about hooking him. I thought that this was really basic gameplay overall. Can't think of anything that I forgot to really cover. It's just a real testament to don't give up until it's over. Like, it's just a game. No one's gonna play it this perfectly, and you have time to make up for your mistakes. It makes for a more exciting game if you don't give up, like these two did. Alright, well, thank you for watching, and let me know if you have any questions. I'll see you all later.